The phoenix actually shed tears. Then it fell on a leather shoe and burned. The man didn't get angry at his shoe. On the contrary, he was very happy because he had captured the divine beast, Phoenix, so he could take it back to the king. But the phoenix had already lost its light, as if it would die soon. The kind-hearted Jack finally could not bear it and let go of the phoenix. Breaking free, the phoenix was reborn, as if in a state of nirvana. Then its whole body emitted a dazzling light, and it leapt up, flying into the sky. But at that moment, in order to thank Jack for releasing him, the phoenix left behind a feather full of magic, and this feather would save Jack in critical moments. When Jack returned to the palace, he didn't bring the beast back to the king, and the king was ready to put Jack to death. Even though he pulled out the magical feather to prove that he had captured the phoenix, the feather had now lost its luster. Everyone looked at Jack and laughed at the lie. Jack was tied to the guillotine. At that very moment, the feather on the ground suddenly glowed gold. The cloudy sky became bright like daytime. It turned out that the fire phoenix had arrived just in time. Under the eyes of all the people, in disbelief, it flew to the top of a tower. Now everyone believed that Jack had indeed subdued the beast, but the king had set Jack this impossible task only to execute him. Though now he was deeply disappointed, he rewarded Jack after seeing the nation's cheers for him. But the king, who held a grudge, was not ready to let Jack off the hook. The next day, the king sent Jack on another impossible mission, to find the Princess of Heaven and bring her back to marry the king. Before this, the king had already sent many soldiers to search for the princess, but none of them returned alive. He thought Jack would die on this mission, but Jack reached the princess's door safely. When he tried to enter, he was blocked by a wall of ice. He could do nothing about it. Just when he was at his wit's end, the feather of the fire phoenix suddenly floated into the air and instantly entered the ice wall. The next moment, the ice wall melted and disappeared, but Jack didn't notice that the donkey following him was swept down the cliff by the melting ice. He entered the palace and found the Princess of Heaven, but the princess knew the king she was meant to marry was a very old man. She immediately ran to the cliff, choosing to refuse the king's request by dying.